Hi guys, today we're pouring the floor on the new workshop. It's the 30th of June and I thought I'd show you what we're up to. So what the guys are doing is they're setting up little spots in the middle of the pad, and they use a laser level to get the height right, and then they use those as reference points, and they level the rest of the floor off of that. So here goes to the level. There's a little laser receiver on there, and she beeps when we're at the right height. We're just getting that just right. So the old guy on the screed is Gary, and he's the boss of this outfit. So you can see Gary's got a patch where he's got the level on his right hand side, and he's got a big area on the left hand side of him that he's levelled. So he's just working back, levelling that strip of unscreeded concrete in between, and just working his way back. So that's the laser sender just on this tripod in front of me, and so you can see they're creating a strip at the correct height down the middle of the second bay. Gary's levelling off that, screeding back, making his way back towards the camera. So I don't know if you can see, but underneath the mesh, little plastic stands called chairs, and they hold the reinforcing mesh more or less in the middle of the concrete. If it protrudes out the bottom or sides of the concrete, comes in contact with water, it rots or rusts. And so as it rusts, the metal expands and it actually breaks the concrete. So rather than reinforcing it, it becomes a weak point. So you've got to try and keep your mesh up off the ground where it can do its job. So that machine that he's working there is called a pole float or a ball float. And so the screed, I guess, is the machine that Gary's working there, or that bar that Gary's working, that sort of moves the bulk concrete around, whereas the job of the float is to actually smooth the surface. So they'll get this done. So they're just about finished this bay, the first job. So he floats it. I don't know if you can tell from here, but when he twists the handle, it twists the paddle that sits on the concrete, so that it doesn't dig in. It sits up on edge, just a tiny bit, like a ski. So you can see he's just got the front edge coming towards us up a little bit. And you watch him get to the other end, just watch his hands, he'll twist it. Just a little twist to it, just so the back edge lifts up, so as he's coming back it's forcing any material down into the concrete. Now there's 10.2 cubic metres more or less of concrete being placed and screeded, and it's done the initial float, and they're just shooting around doing a couple of little jobs. So where the doorways are, there's like a little lip, or a little dip, sorry, where the doorways are, to make it easy to get a vehicle in and out. They just got to do those. So just working on that now. So what will happen is they'll leave, they go away for an hour or so, come back, do a little bit more finishing, and so there's a little bit of faffing around. You can't just sort of leave it, but as it stands now, it looks beautiful, beautiful. So as these guys work on the concrete, the water in the mix will start to come out to the surface, so you can kind of see it's pretty wet, pooling. So the trick is that they just leave that, because concrete actually doesn't dry, it cures, so it actually consumes the water. So what they've got to do is just get it roughly where they want it, or pretty close to where they want it, and then leave it, allow it to cure, and it'll suck that water back in, and then they'll work it again just to get the surface a little bit closer to what they want, and a little bit of water will come out, and then they'll leave it for a while. So just go through this process where they come back at it, and it actually generates heat, interestingly enough, so it's an exothermic reaction. So
thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and we'll add a little bit more tomorrow.